Hello everybody, Destroyer here, and I'm back with another cast of BFME II, patch 1.06. Today we'll be looking at a 2v2 on Minhiriath with 1,000 resources to start out initially, and probably went random armies as well, I would imagine. So, our first player here is Destroyer, which is me, and I'm the Men of the West in the bottom left. My partner today is the Goblin player ME, or me. Whatever you want to be preferred called. And he is the bottom right goblin there. Let's see, we got our opponent here, Casper. Let's call him Casper. Casper, the Men of the West as well, in the top right, and his partner is also Men of the West, oddly enough. Nawis. Or Nawis. It's probably Nawis, I would imagine. As in the top left there. Yep, so he is opening with a well, let's first of all make sure it's a 1k game. Looks like it. Alright. He's opening with a barracks. And a farm. Another farm there. Casper's opening with archer range. Not going to go with the Gondor archers. Gondor archers in patch 1.06 are pretty bad. So most people don't open up with those. We got a goblin cave being thrown down by my partner here, who is, name escapes me at the moment. And I'm going for a barracks. I'm going to be pumping out some Gondor soldiers, I would imagine. In fact, I know this because I did play this today or yesterday or whenever. As the time I'm recording this. Beacons being placed by Nawis, signaling to his partner to probably take the outpost. He will not need it, or his partner might need it more. And I think Goblin player, I keep forgetting who it is. Me. I'm just going to call him ME because it sounds confusing if I call him me. ME is going to be getting the outpost there as well. And we do have Gondor soldiers coming in from Nawis immediately. And I am sending my own force to counter. And let's take a look at powers real quick. Nawis has Rally Call, as I'm sure he will shortly, as well as I have Rally Call. There we go, throwing mine down on my men. Nawis regrouping his men back. Casper, the other Men of the West in the top right, has Rally Call as well. And Goblins have yet to pick a power. Alright, he does regroup his army, so he can get 2 battalions of Rally Call, as opposed to my one. I was fighting an aggressive stance there, taking extra damage. Of course, he has 2, but he has more men, so it's okay for him. And now he'll begin trying to harass me. I will try my best to cut him off. Doesn't look like the other players are harassing each other quite yet. He has gone for Athenian Rangers, opting to bypass the Gondor Archers, which is probably for the best in this patch at least. And let's see. What is he doing in his base, I wonder? Continue to get more Gondor soldiers. And there are some more coming out. Looks like I have decided to throw down stables to try and counter the swordsman I'm facing here. And I'm immediately getting some Gondor Knights out. He targets the stables immediately. He does not want to get some cavalry out here while he's going straight swordsman. That would be bad for him, as you might imagine. So he's attempting to destroy it. Will he get it, though, is another question entirely. He might. But it doesn't look like it. And I do get some Gondor Knights out, which will help me clean up this mess here. And it looks like ME is sending some goblins into Nawis's base now. Nawis did build a forward barracks there. And he's beginning to get tower guards to counter my cavalry. As he should. ME also sending men into Casper's base, but they will easily be picked off by these rangers. And it looks like I have fought back the forces of Nawis here, with the help of this cavalry unit. I'd imagine I'll be getting more of them. I have already. I do have some Gondor Knights right there. Also throwing down a archery range. Try and get some archers of my own. To be very useful, I feel. So have to be very careful against these pikemen. One wrong move, and I could lose my entire battalion, which is a very large waste of money. I have a high tendency of losing my troops to my cavalry troops, or anything weak to cavalry, or weak to pikemen, I should say. I lose them quite frivolously. Is that the right word? Frequently, I guess, would be a better choice of word. I'm rambling. Looks like my partner is deciding to knock down this outpost. Good call. We still have our outpost. He still has the resources from that. Looks like his opponent is starting to get tower guards as well as the rangers. It's a pretty good combo. Very strong archers behind a wall of pikes is very good indeed. We have some archers here. These are not from him. These are his partner's rangers. So they've been sent over here. They are level 3 and they do have arrow volley. Actually, long shot is what it's called. Arrow volley is the power. I always forget that. He does have a Boromir out in the field though, as I do take out the Sicilian Rangers, which is nice. I still have some cavalry left. Keeping the pressure on. Sending my cavalry around, destroying his farms. The tower guards are very slow. They're almost dwarf slow, I think. Not quite, but close. So they have a lot of trouble keeping up the fast cavalry units. These rangers doing a good job of picking off my swordsman army. And Boromir is leveling up here quite nicely. He is level 2 now. Looks like I have a Boromir on my own though. He has a nice green cloak. Backed up by some soldiers there. He'll begin pushing across. And there's a lot of pressure on Nawis right now, as my partner and I are both attacking him. And 2v1 is pretty hard. I mean, he does have help from his partner, obviously, which is extremely useful. But still hard to deal with that kind of pressure. And ME is also keeping up pressure a little bit on Casper here. He does have a Goblin King now. With some Goblin Warriors, he will begin killing some men over there. Does his Boromir have the horn yet? Yes, he does. Boromir gets his horn at level 3 in this patch. And that horn is quite useful. Continuing to get some Gondor soldiers there. Are those mine? Yep, these are my troops here. Gotta be careful with them. We got caught out of position. I could lose them quite quickly. And I don't want that. My Boromir is still level 1, unfortunately, so he won't have his horn. I do have a Rohirrim out in the field, though. Those should make a bit of a difference as long as I'm careful. We do have a cave troll with a tree in his hand, and one without as well. So things are looking pretty bad for the men of the West over here. These cave trolls in this patch are quite strong, although it's still weak to pikemen and rangers. But he's continuing to bring them out. Where'd the other troll go? He went around the back of the fortress, and now he's beginning to whittle away at it. Actually doing really good damage. And if he doesn't take care of that cave troll soon, he's going to lose his fortress. And it looks like I'm attacking the men of the West here as well. Throwing down Elven Wood. I believe that's mine.
Should never have come here.
Yep, that is my Elven Wood. Somebody's Boromir is about to go to the graveyard. Looks like it's his. His is taking a lot of damage. Mine is still at half health. And my Boromir manages to knock his down, unfortunately. Boromir does have a knockdown in this patch, which is incredibly... You have to wonder why, first of all. Why does he have a knockdown? But, it's extremely powerful. And the fortress of Casper is actually gone here. As you see, the power of the Goblin Cave Troll in full effect here. They're just really tough in this patch. Very hard to stop, and if you are goblins, you definitely want to utilize them, because they were just amazing. We have Wildman summoned from my partner to help me take out some buildings here. Things are looking pretty bad for the top team. I think this game is about over. Looks like the men in the West are trying to make some sort of counterattack, but getting caught. And he doesn't have a whole lot left over here. And Nawis' fortress is surrounded by wildmen and soldiers and Rohirrim, and things are definitely looking bad for him. My Boromir almost getting killed, barely getting out alive. And the cave troll showing up to actually bring a little bit more siege damage to this fortress. And this will be going down very quickly. Men of the West do not have rebuild in this patch, and even if they did, I don't think it would matter. Not with this overwhelming amount of force. And it looks like me and ME will take this game. I believe we played 3 games that day, and I think I have replays for all of them, so I might cast all 3 of them. I did not win them all, but doesn't mean I won't put it out. Unless it was just completely, like, one-sided. Usually isn't, though. And Nawis has been defeated. He fought well. With my partner's help, managed to overpower him a bit. And that just shows the teamwork in 2v2s. Pretty crucial. You can get a good double off on one of your opponents. You can actually take him out of the game, leaving one of the guys by himself. Not saying Casper wasn't helping his partner, because he was. I saw it. We all saw it. But he was quite busy trying to defend his own base. And that's just the strength of the Goblins, really. Able to send troops here, send troops there. The spam is very hard to deal with effectively. When you have one, like, strong army. And Goblins have many, like, little tiny, not so strong units, unless you count the cave troll, obviously, which is a strong unit. It looks like he's opted to pick up a stick and start smacking Boromir. It's like we're all targeting Boromir, trying to bring him down. He's not going down without a fight, though. And my army does show up here. I have lots of rangers, lots of swordsmen. It's Minhiriath to boot. Boromir is still surviving, though. And you can hold on. He is in the middle of a pike army, so this troll has to be careful. But he's unable to get up because of the stick. And the archer range will go down, and that should be the end of the game. There you go. Casper has been defeated. Yeah, and that's that. So we'll play to those players. And we'll play to my partner, ME. He did pretty well. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that game. And I will see you in the next cast of the Battle of Minhiriath II, patch 1.06. See you next time.